Joining me on the show is Manish Chand, CEO, Center for Global India Insights. Manish, thank you very much for taking time out. I think what we are essentially trying to break down for our viewers is how India, in a way, is trying to checkmate Donald Trump by calling his bluff. On one hand, suggesting that we'll continue to strengthen our ties with Russia. On the other hand, now also reaching out to China. Prime Minister Modi is going to be attending the SCO summit. This is the first time Modi is going to be on Chinese soil since Galwan Valley attacks. What are you making of this realignment of global politics?
Right. This is brazen double speak, so to speak. And that is what India has exposed, and India has hit back, saying that India's time-tested relations with Russia are not up for any kind of, we will not succumb to any bullying, we will not succumb to all this hectoring and moralizing and all that. He's asking America, Donald Trump, to look within, and that's what he's saying, that, in the official statement, you heard that how, US is importing critical minerals, intermediates, material for its nuclear industry, renewable industry, and all that. And, it reminds me of the famous statement made by our External Affairs Minister Jai Shankar some time back, where he said Europe buys more oil in an afternoon from Russia than India in an entire month. So the facts are all there. What is so striking about India's response this time was that it was very precise, it was a factual rebuttal, and it showed very clearly that India will not compromise. It is a larger question of strategic autonomy, which is a cornerstone of India's foreign policy. We will not allow any country, including the United States, which may be the world's most powerful country, to dictate, to tell us who should we have relations with and on what terms. It is a powerful assertion of our strategic autonomy. And I think this is good that India is standing up to Trump, because if you're given this time, then it will become a habit. Trump is a guy who's known as, he is known for the art of the deal and whatever else. And he has behaved quite badly with India in the past few weeks. He has not only imposed tariffs, but he's also been rough treating, saying things about India like dead economy and all that, which is diminishing, which is eroding the image of America as a reliable partner of the United States in India. So
that begs the question, Mr. Chand, that, despite all the attempts that India has made to come up with some sort of interim deal with the United States, and Donald Trump coming on record to say that India gave every possible concessions that it could in order to arrive at a deal, but the only thorn essentially is, and only obstacle essentially is, that India continues to buy oil from Russia. It does look like at this point in time that, US president is trying to diminish India by telling India who it should be an ally with and who it should not be friends with, a call that India should rightly take as the second largest democracy in the world, and the largest democracy for that matter in the world, and a call that India believes it's right to take that call on who it should be friends with and who it should not be friends with as far as its own energy security is concerned.
Absolutely. It is not the first time, America, Trump, and the EU has been moralizing, has been preaching to India right from the outbreak of the Ukraine war. And India has, rationalized its decision to buy, saying that if India were not to buy Russian oil, the global oil prices will go for a toss. It'll have wider ramifications. So India's, first of all, is rational. And the larger question that India will not allow any country, including the United States, a veto. And this has been an ongoing thing. I don't know why he has to do that. And again, keep talking about India's relation with Russia. I mean, he should know that for India's security, we are dependent on Russia for defense supplies. He has to decide whether he wants to strengthen India, bolster India, or diminish India vis-a-vis China.